Dracula is seen at the start of the film. He was a Romanian prince from Abel's ancestry. There was being planned so he may keep away Turks from his native land. Dracula assigns his wife the duties of a leader until he will return home. Dracula observes as he returns from the war that his advisors have killed his wife, and those advisors are also planning to end Dracula. Dracula comes in rage because of this. Dracula kills all the advisors except one while fighting with them. He was considering that advisor is still loyal with him. Dracula is cursed because of murdering many people. Now he will spend his future life alone. Many centuries later, a group is seen in a forest who had reached in search of a Lightbringer weapon. Lightbringer was such a weapon which could target Dracula. They find the Lightbringer from the forest, and the group leader asks the two girls to move out of forest, taking Lightbringer, because they were considering the forest's condition worst. Some people attack them as both girls named Esme and Alina leave. There were the men of Dracula. The guard of Dracula, named Wrath, also attack them, and he brings them to Dracula, making them captives. On the other side, Alina and Esme hear the mysterious sounds from the forest while crossing it, and their horses also gallop, falling them down. And Esme loses her consciousness here. Some robbers attack them as Esme restores her senses. Robbers' leader was Lucian. They grab that Lightbringer from both girls, and they take them away along with them. Here the group leader of Esme and Alina, named Leonardo, who had survived by Wrath. He reaches here while searching for them. He shows his anger on both of them here. And it is seen here that the Dracula's guard Wrath also reaches here to act them. The fight begins among them here, and many robbers are killed and Wrath brings Alina to his master, Dracula. Dracula is left astonished seeing Alina, because he takes her as his wife in resemblance. Dracula instructs his advisor, take care her very much. Take her away. On the other side, it is seen that there was also Lucian, with Esme and Leonardo, who had started to have feelings for Alina. Now they were searching for Dracula to rescue Alina. The morning arrives accomplishing this task. Contrarily, Dracula is seen who enters such a room while talking with his advisor. There was a coffin. The mysterious fact was this: that Dracula lies down in the coffin, going near it. It is perhaps the outcome of that curse which was told at the start of the movie. Alina wakes up in fear as Dracula lies down in the coffin, and she begins to gaze that room where she had been kept. As Alina comes out of the room, gazing it, then she hears the voices from another room. Now, Alina enters that room from where she was feeling the echo of sounds. She sees, going there, that there was the advisor of Dracula. Here Alina had started to converse with the advisor of Dracula. She tells him, "It is incredible for me that our heard storied in childhood may be based on truth." Then Dracula's advisor takes her in another room, as he was bandaging her body wounds. So she says to him that your leader is not a human but a Satan. He should die. That advisor casts a weird gaze on her here. Afterwards, Lucian, Esme, and Leonardo come on the scene again, where they were trying to use Lightbringer. They were activating Lightbringer but of no avail. Meanwhile, Leonardo creates a cut mark on the hand of Lucian, and he pours his blood drops into that Lightbringer weapon. So Lightbringer immediately activates. Now Leonardo was telling them about the powers of Lightbringer. He tells if the blood drops of vampire are poured into Lightbringer, then weapon Lightbringer can resurrect a dead man. Alina is again seen here who is trying to escape. She comes across a girl on the way, who leads her to a party hall where a function was being celebrated, and she tells that we enjoy here a lot. Let's enjoy with us. Saying it, Alina suddenly knocks out. Now they all people lie, Alina on the table. Actually, they all were vampires. They created this trap to eat Alina. Dracula rescues Alina, coming there as they were going to eat her. And he uses ill words for his advisor because he had charged a responsibility to him, as he may take care of her. Afterwards, Lucian, Esme, and Leonardo are seen in the imprisonment of demon hunters. It means they are such people who eliminate the devils. They meet a giant hunter named Andrus in their gathering. He tells them that he has been searching for Dracula for the last many years, because Dracula's men had abducted his sister many years ago. After this, he is searching for his sister from that day. Here it is also revealed that Andrus is an axe hunter. It means that he kills devils using axe. The aim of Leonardo and Andrus' groups were the same, so Andrus also joins them. Leonardo tells all of them that, how does vampire make the people drink his blood? Either someone is died or live an everlasting life like Dracula. Alina is also afraid here, observing the whole sight, and she reaches the same room where Dracula's coffin was placed, in which he used to lie down. Alina finds that coffin so mysterious there. At the same time that Dracula also arrives there. Now Alina says to that Dracula, "Come. You are here to kill me, kill me." But Dracula overlooks her words while laughing. He hands her over his wife's old necklace. Seeing it, he had started to recall his past. After this, Lucian, Leonardo, and Esme are seen. At the same time, Dracula's guard, Wrath, attacks them. Andrus kills all his men using his axe. Meantime, Lucian activates that Lightbringer weapon, and he immediately ends Wrath. Dracula also feels a bitter pain as he ends Wrath. Here, Wrath falls down near Lucian. He is brought to Dracula while lifting him up. Dracula was in rage, seeing Wrath. Then he pours his blood drops on the body of Wrath, extracting it. As a result, Wrath is revived. Alina, who is taking rest. Then she dreams that Dracula, very affectionate and caring. She also dreams with it how his wife had been killed. She is frightened, dreaming it. Then she wakes up. At the same time, Dracula approaches there and he leaves after taking her, where they talk with each other under the attractive starry sky. Dracula also tells Alina how is he searching for his lost love. Afterwards, Leonardo's group is seen again who were planning. Then Wrath again approaches them. And they are left astonished, seeing Wrath alive, because they had ended Wrath using that Lightbringer. Here Alina and Dracula are seen while rejoicing. Suddenly, his advisor tells him, coming there. We have witnessed an approaching group in this direction. Hearing it, Alina utters the name of Lucian instantly. Dracula glimpses Alina, surprisingly. And he asks her, do you know about Lucian? Then she tells that Lucian had abducted them. So he will be proceeding here in search of her and her sister. Dracula relaxes her saying, don't take stress. Many people tried to search out this place before this time, but they could not succeed. Dracula thinks here as Alina has affections for Lucian. When he asks her about her feelings, then Alina leaves this place, standing up. Leonardo's group comes on the scene again, who had succeeded to reach here with the help of that Lightbringer. It is seen that the battle breaks out as they enter the castle, and Leonardo begins to end everyone with the help of his sword. At last, he reaches Dracula's guard, Wrath. Wrath defeats Leonardo. On the other side, it is witnessed. Lucian approaches to Alina with a great difficulty. Alina is very pleased, finding him in her room. Now Leonardo is presented before Dracula, where he orders his advisor, kill Leonardo. His advisor calls all the vampires at that place so they may end Leonardo. Meanwhile, it is seen that Esme and Andrus reach there while searching for Leonardo. Here Andrus finds his sister. Seeing her, he is very pleased, and he begins to move there. Esme forbids him from the backside, but he does not stop because his sister was also calling him towards her. His sister was going to end him as he embraces her. Esme attacks her behind the back. In this way, Andrus is secured. The rest of the vampires also wake up due to this noise, and they are going to attack Esme. Then Andrus kills all with his axe. Andrus damages the ceiling with his axe so he may create a fleeing path for his members, because they had to leave this place in the light of the day. After doing this, Leonardo disappears from there, turning into the dust. After it, all move to the upstairs room, so they may get from this building out. Meanwhile, Wrath comes after them, who is killed with Lightbringer by Andrus. As Andrus kills Dracula's guard, Wrath So, Dracula also feels unbearable pain. But he does not get courage to come from that coffin, because there was coming the light of the day. As the evening arrives, then he instantly reaches that place, coming out of his coffin. Dracula becomes so angry, witnessing his guard wrath, because he was died there. Then he catches a sight of that necklace. It belonged to his wife, but it had been given to Alina. He feels pleasure, seeing that necklace. But he also feels rejoiced, so he screams loudly. After it, Lucian and his group are seen, gathering all demon hunters, so they may target vampires there. Now they attack after uniting them. Dracula asks all vampires to finish him. Now the battle was going on between Dracula's group and their group. Meantime, a vampire was going to kill Alina, then she asks Dracula's help, as Dracula appears near Alina. So his advisor targets him from the backside. Dracula's advisor tells him when he was nearly to die, that he had murdered his wife many years ago, Lucian, who had been wounded by Dracula. He immediately throws a knife to Esme. And Esme stabs that knife to Dracula's advisor. Consequently, he dies. Now Andres was approaching here while running. And he had also that lightbringer in his hand. And he was going to target Dracula. Then Lucian stops him because he had known that Alina liked him now. She moves to Dracula's coffin room, lifting him up. She pleads him, "You can resurrect yourself. Kindly heal yourself." But he does not agree with her. Alina was eventually going to wait for him, staying there. In the end of the movie, Lucian moves away with broken heart while leaving Alina there. The movie completes on this scene.